I'm London Jen.
So I'm Rivers, I guess.
This is London's Bridge, the debut episode of London's Bridge. And to kick things off, I thought I would keep the bar god himself waiting for an hour and 20 minutes.
The nerve.
An hour and 20 minutes. I think there is a
whole bar god.
There's a place reserved in battle rap hell for me. And the technical difficulties
We're freezing, but just bear with. Yeah, you can hear them voices. They're still going, so, you know.
I don't know that they are. Someone let me know. Can you, when it freezes, can you hear me in the comments? Someone pop something in there. And now Danny's frozen too. Okay, we are back. Let me know. Could you hear us at least? What I'm going to do while we've got this clear stream, I am going to bring on, without any further delay, without my place in battle rap hell getting any hotter, the legend that is the man himself, Danny Myers.
I said we can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me crying.
That's perfect.
Then.
As long as they can hear us, that's fine, isn't it?
Okay.
As long as we can hear each other, that's fine, you know.
Danny, welcome. Oh God.
He's gone to a parallel universe.
Hey. everything that can go wrong will go wrong. It's all right though.
This is it. Thank you so much. Welcome, Danny. I feel like we've had several. I've tried to we've been on Battle Rap Trap on the other platforms, but every time I try and get together with you direct, it just doesn't happen. So I'm glad you're finally here. The universe, parallel universes, everyone is trying to prevent it, but thank you.
I know, right? And it's you know, it's a pleasure to be on your first episode of London's Bridge. So you know, that's dope. That's dope. What's good, Rivers? How you doing?
I'm cool, my bro. How you doing over there? I'm jealous of the weather that you got right now, man. It's dreary over here, man.
Is it? Shit, I'd rather be over there. Shit, it's hot. It's hot right now.
Make that happen, bro. I mean,
yeah, I'm definitely on the way. Trust me. I was talking with some guys over there in the UK, and you know, I'm about to make my battle rap debut over there. So,
let us know, man. We'll be there to support, and you know, obviously, we
want to see. Shout out to my man Dizzle Bond and that whole movement they got going over there. So maybe September. I believe it might be September. So just stay tuned.
I wonder what's coming up in September. I wonder if we've got a league owner, maybe two, or we've got people in the comments who are involved with the running of events. So I don't know if maybe they want to, you know, drop anything in there. If they want to give us any hints, they want to let us know anything, that would be super cool. But what I'm going to do is, so basically the premise of this show and why the both of you are the ideal first guest. Oh, God. Okay. Is it's London's Bridge, obviously, so kind of bringing the two battle rap worlds together. But it's really selfish. It's a selfish endeavor of mine to siphon as much knowledge as I can from both sides of the Atlantic. I know the game is to be sold and not told, but I want to just a little bit of some tips, some use, you know, your battle knowledge and just kind of really build a profile of what a battler needs to have coming into the game. What is the, you know, the god of battle rappers type
also
thing.
I'd add to that, if there's anyone in the comments that has any questions for me or Danny that we're not covering, feel free to throw that in the comments, and I mean, if we do have time, we'll definitely get to them and provide answers.
Absolutely. Well, I say I always tell people the first thing.
We're gonna get to that. I know you stay ready. One thing about Danny Myers,
go ahead. My fault.
Ready and no. Be at home. Be comfortable. As tatty as my notes are, I do have a kind of plan here, but I'm going to start off with a really soft kind of question and just ask: do you have Stu Surf on Gnome?
We trying to lock it in now. So I mean, damn, she came right out there. So it's like if I did have them, I wasn't. I'm not. I can't say right now anyway, right?
But do you know, Danny? Yeah, Danny. Do you notice how she said she has a soft way of starting,
I
and then
know she goes right to the shit.
straight to the neck?
It was
Uh,
journalistic instinct just kicked in there. I'm
I
sorry.
feel you.
Trying to get the scoop.
Trying to get, but it's I asked.
Back then will be like, you announced it before we did? Nah, but no, we trying to lock it in. We trying to lock it in now. If not known, we definitely gonna lock in soon. So I'll be on known if the opponent makes sense. So we're gonna figure it out in the next day or two.
Okay, okay, yeah, because times are ticking. Times are ticking. We need those
I know, right?
supporters.
I
Like
know,
we're
right?
hungry for those
I
announcements.
gotta kick his ass, man. I gotta
I'm
kick
sure
his
you know
ass.
as battlers you want to know. But yeah, there was some interaction, some very respectful interaction with you and Mr. Surfing Timeline.
Yeah, man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. But he gonna get his. He gonna
He
get
seemed,
his.
he seemed a little bit startled. He seemed a little
He,
bit startled.
he got away with it,
Yeah.
but he didn't get away with it.
Yeah, no, that would be a really dope battle to see this year. For Gnome, of course, as a definite night of main events card, for sure. You've also so we'll talk about was Rock your most recent URL battle?
It was Rum Nitty. I just battled Rum Nitty.
God,
The
right,
rematch.
okay, yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
referring
we
to.
just did the epic rematch. What was that? On the 14th. That
Yeah,
was
that was
May
fun.
14th. We went down at Los Globos. Shout out to KG for setting that up, and it was an epic battle, and the whole world is waiting on it to drop. Like literally, we're
You
waiting
lot,
on it right now. Like,
you lot's first battle definitely changed battle rap. I think personally
yes,
because
yes,
it was like West Coast is back now. Even like the reaction of Disaster and Daylight in the background, who
right.
are top lyricists, and the way out they're reacting, you realize okay, something brand new is happening here. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right. It was a breath of fresh air, and it was like our both of our introductions to like the mainstream for real. So we'll forever both be grateful for that moment, and everybody that was involved in just setting that first one up. And so we just ran it back like we 9 years later, and we actually made a better battle the second time around. So I can't wait till the world sees that, and it's gonna be incredible when y'all see it.
Yeah, no, we are. The world is waiting. I think I can speak on behalf of all, is it 8 billion of us.
Right?
Waiting.
Right? Facts.
No pressure.
It's the most requested battle right now, right? Absolutely.
Okay, so that was May, and then so Tay Rock was April.
No,
Um,
Tay Rock was January. Tay Rock was January. Who was April? Let me see. Let me see. It was Sharon, February. I believe it was Av in March. And then a few. I had a lot of battles this year.
okay, all right. Let me cut in right here then, and kind of switch to Rivers. So Danny's been outside. He stayed working. He's just listed off a lorry load of names. What have you been up to lately, Riz?
I'll start like this, innit? From when I saw Danny Myers battle twice in the same event, one of them was P Money. I remember that.
Right.
One of them was P Money, and then the other one P. I think the one where you said you get every shred of you, like
Right.
So work rate has always been something that's important to me. This year I said, all right, I'm trying to be outside at least once a month. Every month I want to be battling somebody. Unfortunately for me though, Danny, every single battle I've had for some reason has got cancelled or
Damn.
something like that. So there's been like 4 in a row so far, innit?
Every one of them set up. Every one of them booked. Every round written.
Learned.
Talk to me about. Hold on, real fast. First of all, thank you for even remembering me and P Money and Ratchet. First of all,
Come on, bro. You remember?
secondly, it sucks when you're preparing or you're anticipating a battle when it gets canceled or something like that. But I just noticed you said the word. How do you say it? In it? In it, I don't want to know how to pronounce it. Like, say it again.
I say in it. In it.
Watch. Okay, okay, how does that word work? Because I watched Top Boy, right, and I love the show, man. So I'm like, I'm picking up on the lingo from the UK, and I'm like, what is? How do you use it? Because they use it so many different ways.
The best way I can break it down is think isn't it, and then take the S out.
Okay, isn't it? In it. All right, I got it.
That's what it means.
I like that.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna make me start saying that. I'm trying to copy all the UK lingo. I'm fucking put that shit in my bars.
Yeah, bro. You come over here.
In it. I like that. Now that I got an understanding of it now.
Yeah, I'm helping you. You know what I'm saying? In it. Isn't it? In it. UK
translation. Okay, I fuck with that. I like that. I'm gonna steal that one. Oh shit! But continue though with what you were saying though. I like that.
I was gonna say, have you ever had a period in your career where maybe a few battles haven't worked out and you've had to sit down for a little while, or because you, for the most part, I just remember you being active most of that.
Nah, actually never. Like I'm always working. Like London Jen just said, I'm always working. So I've never really had a period where it was like, I'm gonna just chill for the year. Like since I've been actively battling at least on YouTube, because like before YouTube, you know, I was traveling state to state, battling the best people in the city, from Detroit to New York City and Kentucky, Indiana, Florida. So I was always doing this for the last 30 years.
Danny, can you tell us, because I hear a lot about famous rappers that you've actually stepped in front of. Papoose.
Oh yeah. Papoose.
Let us know some of the names that you battled along your way up before the camera.
Dragon, Leah Papoose, Lady Luck, Mr. Servon.
Mr. Servon.
Jesus Christ, man. I didn't battle Fred the Godson, rest in peace, but I did have a pleasure of meeting him in White Plains, New York. So, and he had a partner back then. His name was Slim. So, if anybody that knows Fred the Godson and Slim, y'all know that I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Let me see. I battled Game. The Game. I remember that one.
You just said it so casually, like, oh yeah, I remember battle. Oh yeah, Game. I battled Game.
Yeah, but that was that was an over the phone battle, so it wasn't like, you know, shout out to Big Chuck for doing that, by the way. But yeah, I battled a few notable people throughout my rise to battle rap fame, I guess.
Okay. No, definitely.
There's a lot of them, actually.
We hear a lot about, but we don't know the names, but we hear a lot about
Danny. Yeah.
You know, you go to the radio stations, and you catch guys outside slipping. That's what I was doing.
Yeah. And sometimes it was just like just a by chance run-in, because I guess when I was living in Brooklyn, you know, Papoose would just be through the hood. He would just come through, and so I ran up on him. I took the opportunity, ran up on him, and we got it cracking right there in Williamsburg Projects.
Well, I think
SAS from over. In fact, aren't they from over that way?
Who's that?
SAS.
Yeah. They're from West London though. Where
my man Mega Man and Mayhem.
Yeah.
Man, those guys were so fly and fresh. I was like, I didn't know who they were, but I was starstruck when I met them.
Yeah. And they was like Dipset's marquee over here. So like,
and these guys were in New York City and they were in the cypher, and I just remember just getting so cool with them, and we became friends and just battling these guys. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I've been around, man. I'm not listen. I've been around.
I guess the question is more like, who haven't you battled?
Eminem shit. I haven't battled Eminem shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
there's time and big things are happening in battle rap at the moment. You know, Crooked Eye is kind of, you know, when we talk about 6 degrees of separation.
Okay. You know, y'all might see me in Crooked. Y'all might see me in Crooked soon. You know what I'm saying? Like, if not me and Crooked, y'all can see me and King Lowe's, me and Crooked. Shit, we'll try to get Lloyd Banks in the fold. You know,
crazy.
Even comedian Jay Farrow wants smoke with me.
Jay Farrow, the impressionist.
Yeah.
Right.
He would might be 16 different people as he's
Shang Tsung.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick his ass too, man. So yeah, I definitely want to get like some of those mainstream guys in the ring. You know, not necessarily. I don't know. Maybe Royce 5'9" will come back and do another one. Who knows?
All of those are great prospects, and some of the.
I don't know though. I don't think you want to battle Danny Myers as your first.
As your first.
I understand.
Yeah, I'm not the practice guy.
Ones that haven't done it before, I don't know if Danny Myers is maybe you warm up somewhere else first.
You know what? No, you know, Sci-Hi the Prince. That might be one that we could get going.
Okay.
Me versus Sci-Hi the Prince. Why not?
That would be crazy.
He raps immaculately.
He's so amazing. He's so freaking amazing.
Any of those. So yeah, you mentioned 30 years battling, 30 years, you know, being a battle rapper. I think it's fair to say though, the pinnacle of those 30 years came very recently when you battled the biggest star in battle rap right now, Lil Slap.
You know, that was
I was waiting to hear Tay-Rock's name come out, and then you just went to
Lil Slap. Hit us with Lil Slap. Yeah, she got us right there. Yeah. Nah, shout out to Lil Slap, Big Slap. You know, his mom. You know, that was a beautiful.
Well, yeah.
Shout out to Danny Myers Jr.
I let you freeze. Danny Myers Jr. took the phone. Yeah. It's like, someone say my name. Did someone that say my name? If you haven't seen Danny Myers versus Lil Slap,
watch that,
yeah, definitely got to go watch that. It's one if you've got some younger people around. If you've got some younger people around, it's definitely one to recommend to them to kind of
Danny might have got
get
a call,
them.
you know?
Yeah, I think that's probably what happened. He'll come back. I'm gonna drop him down so he's not frozen in a funny place. I only do that to myself. But yeah, earlier this year, on the Riot? Okay, we've lost Danny. Danny's son took the phone. I guess he'll be coming back, and the interview will be now with Danny's phone.
I think either Danny's son took it or Lil Slap, one of the two. But
yeah,
someone weren't happy about that question.
Yeah, no, I mean, like Danny said, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Now there's a bird about to invade my window as well too. You know, sometimes you have some teething problems when you start out some things for the first time. This is not my first YouTube stream. This is not my first StreamYard stream, not by a long shot.
This ain't the last time something will fuck up on StreamYard.
This is the first show, so I guess it's got to have teething issues. I know it's been a minute, but I came over to StreamYard because I thought it would be easier than OBS. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure so far chopping up with Danny. Danny's such a great conversationalist. He's got so much to talk about. You can talk, I'm sure, with Danny for hours.
Who would have thought that he had a battle with Game?
Yeah,
Game. And Mr. Serve one as well.
That was the Game. Like Game was right at the end.
Yeah, that should have been one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think
that's it.
That should have been one of the things he said first, didn't it?
Yeah.
He just kept.
We're gonna try to enter the studio.
All right, cool. We back.
We back. Technical difficulties.
I know. You said it was gonna happen, right?
Can you turn your your phone this way.
All right, hold on. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, not if you have to hold it. If you've got to hold it, be
No,
comfortable.
no, 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 no. I got it. We good. We good.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Danny. Yeah. So, little Slap, I'll just say, what, obviously, young man, very passionate about battle rap. He's at all the events. You see him front row. Big support from all the battle rappers. What was it that made you actually commit to the battle? Actually, what made you?
Well, his dad. I'm cool with his dad for one, and I thought that battling a kid would be able to allow me to open up other lanes of creativity. I thought it would be fun. I thought it was fun at the end of the day. And it why not do that for him? You know, why not give him that look? You know what I mean? Like he's passionate. You know.
It's almost like getting fast tracked.
But so I thought it would be fun, and it wound up being fun.
It was a great battle to watch. All the kids got involved, and your little man got involved.
Yeah, Danny Jr. jumped in. It was just a whole bunch of fun, and I loved the battle. You know, the culture loved it. A lot of people thought that was like one of the most beautiful things they ever saw. So it was, you know, it worked out. It worked out.
Is Danny Jr. got a future in battle rap? Do you think maybe?
I don't know. He wants to be like a game streamer. See, because listen, all these options of like playing video games and making money was like unheard of when we was growing up. So I remember like, you know, it was the opposite. It was like you got to sit around and just play video games all day. That's how you're gonna be a bum. You know, you're a freaking bum. Get a job. But now it's like, shit, a video game is a job nowadays. So now I think he wants to be a streamer. Honestly though, my daughter Egypt, I think she's gonna be the one that does the battle rap.
Okay.
She does it now. She's 8. She'd be dropping freestyles on my Instagram, shit like that.
Wow.
She's a rapper and she's nice. The crazy thing about it is my daughter is actually nice. Like I'm gonna be dropping some more showcase videos so y'all can see for yourself. But she be just freestyling
about it as though her father isn't the bar god. Through rounds, drumming raps out. You know, like some of that has the kind of.
No, but you know what? You can be the bar god, and you know maybe your kid isn't interested. So that kind of thing that makes you focused on it, that makes you nice, is something that even Danny himself will be like, "How did you get so nice? I didn't show you this."
Right, because I didn't try it. I never I'm not gonna try to force them to rap or follow my path. My path was my path. You want to be a gymnast, you want to be a teacher, whatever it is you want to do. Follow your own path. You don't have to live up to your dad's get out of my shadow or something like that. But my daughter naturally does that stuff. So hey, we'll see. In fact, you know, we might be getting her a battle with this other little girl out here on the West pretty soon. So be on the lookout for that.
Is it the girl that battled Little Slap?
Is that Princess? No,
I think so. Yes, her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that OG Prana's daughter, Princess? Why do I feel like she might be?
Word. Damn, man. I didn't even know that was her. Okay.
I could be wrong. I feel like Princess is OG Prana's daughter. But yeah, however, you know, it's really cool to see all this, you know, young, fresh life coming in. That's where you really get these injections of creativity when you get kids involved young. They come with fresh ideas, fresh.
Chess been battling since he was about 14 or something like this, right?
This is it. And then by the time they're, you know, 18, 20, 22, coming into
top
adulthood.
Already top tier.
Right.
Someone just suggested you do a joint stream with your son, Danny Jr. streaming Fortnite and Danny Sr. spitting bars about the game.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. Let's get that going. That's fire.
Unique content right there. That's
Yeah.
crazy content. Caffeine would love that as well. Like that's some top tier caffeine content.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will be starting the caffeine show real soon. I'm trying to get it going next week. So I'm gonna do like a bar for bar breakdown of battles and basically the anatomy of a bar. What is a bar? What makes a punchline work? Why was this trash? What is a reach? What's the definition of a reach? And just really getting into the nucleus of the science to it. You know, like my shout out to my man Cassidy. He always saying the science, but this is like a sort of an alchemy, like a science, because you're taking a bunch of words and trying to make them rhyme and make them make sense and make them have double and triple meanings and hidden code meanings, and sometimes just making something very simple hit really hard. Like it's so many different dynamics to it.
I think that's important because I've always said, like, you can give two battlers the same words, the exact same words, and what Danny Myers will do and what Jim Bob, whoever Smith will do different things completely. You know what I mean? So there is a science that needs to be understood.
Absolutely, yeah. And I want to break that down on my show. So I think we'll have a lot of fun on there, and I want to definitely start within the next week or two at most.
You know that I can't wait for that. I think a show like that is definitely needed. That sounds like often I tune into your lives or maybe catch them after the event, and invariably they turn into, you know, these really dope, or at various points turn into these really dope, like that technical side, that breaking down nuts and bolts of the science, and it's super interesting. So to see that come in kind of, you know, a structured format is really dope. I'm looking forward to it, and it just lets me know I picked the right guy here. We're going to get onto those sort of questions in a minute, but Trouble says Wiretap. So Trouble is the plug, literally. The Premier Battles are putting on a series, hopefully, of London events called The Plug. The first one is coming in July.
Okay.
That's the wrong. I brought up the wrong thing. Where's my Trouble comment? Where is my Trouble comment?
It's up further.
It's up further. Okay, so Rivers, you're battling on The Plug. Where is it gone? I've lost it. Talk to me. Okay, here we go. Oh shoot! I didn't even know that was what he said. I thought he said I saw something about trying to get Danny Myers on the plug.
Yeah, I think he had another one before, and then he said this one afterwards.
Okay.
The first one was like, would love to. I'm sure it was something like, would
love to get Rivers versus Danny Myers on the plug. He said, "I'm manifesting." All right. Let's do it.
I was trying to segue into talking about Rivers plug
on the
cards.
Yeah.
So
no.
Let's talk to me about who the hell are you battling with? Like, this is awful. I'm trying to segue. This is how
I'm battling.
I need notes at times like
all right, at the next plug, July the 2nd. July the 2nd.
You are battling.
I'm battling. It's happening. Yeah, and my opponent's got 3 rounds written. So, you know, it's
you're
gonna
battling
go down.
Bobby Rex. We were just watching the stuff. Oh my god, I'm so scatterbrained.
Oh wow.
Big Bobby Rex, yeah, going down on the plug. That's how I'm supposed to do a segue. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot.
Don't worry about it. Just keep going. Freestyle it if you got to.
Say again, bro.
I said just freestyle if she has to. You know, like you don't need no notes.
Yeah, that's it, man.
No, what it is that I run sometimes on long periods of no sleep, and I need the notes just keep me sharp. I don't have a memory. Like, you guys often memorize vast quantities of data really, really well. I don't know how you are, just general memorization. I am rubbish. Notes just
my
keep
short
me on the
term's not as good as the long term.
Rubbish.
Yeah, so huge battle with Bobby Rex on the plug. It should have been, like you said, at the beginning of the year, you set out to battle every month. You had a grudge match booked with Templar Surfer. That is one that should have been set up or has been set up several times. You had huge battle on rivalry card against Nobody's chat boss Tally, who's just battled Shotty Horror. That didn't go down. Hopefully that one is still in the works. We also had Joey Gambello.
Yeah, that's rescheduled till September.
Rescheduled, okay. And then
Ken Savvy as well, but I couldn't fly out because of the pandemic or whatever.
Okay, I wasn't
You wasn't even gonna mention that one. Yeah.
What? There's another one.
Do you know why I still count it? Because because it was a one round, but I actually wrote the round and I loved the round. So I still feel like I put the work in, so I can't even really forget that was meant to go down, to be honest, whether I go or not.
Who else?
Really put,
oh, he's fire. Gambello was fire too.
Yeah. Gambello's he's a problem still, but he's a solvable problem though, Danny.
Ooh,
you know,
he's a solvable problem. I like that. I gotta steal that one too.
Come on, man. What you need, whatever you need on the arm this time.
Good looking.
Yeah. So everyone in the UK is waiting to see Rivers. He kind of came into this year one of the most dangerous prospects, was in the top 5.
Yeah, top 5
battlers of the year.
Round of the year, all this type
round
stuff.
of the UK, crazy round. Sent a whole. You have to watch. You would love this battle, Danny. Yeah, it's the biggest game of. I'm not going to spoil anything. It's the biggest game of two halves you've ever seen in your life, and also, there's the most eloquent breakdown of basically why you shouldn't be racist in battle rap and just generally, and what racism like. It's a super deep battle without it being a lesson. Like it's just a super entertaining battle. Premier battles, Rivers versus Mackenzie. Rivers got round of the year. It went down in the annals of history over here.
Wow.
So to this year, everyone was just like, okay, announcement, then this announcement, then it's like, oh, Rivers he's on a run, he's on a tear, and then every one of them gets cancelled. But big Bobby Rex, shout out to Bobby Rex, he is ready for
Step up.
He is ready.
Yep, I'll do it.
He's coming to give us an education. Bobby has had some great performances.
Oh shit.
The tournament. He had a crazy classic 2-on-2 with Shuffle T and Marlo. Him and Raptor, Shuffle T and Marlo. Crazy 2-on-2. So the anticipation for this one is high. So on that basis, September, Trub said he's manifesting Danny versus Rivers.
I got Joey Gambello in September.
Okay,
so
yeah, but
can he manifest it a couple months down the line?
Nah. Look, you gotta battle me and him in the same day.
You say you want battle?
You gotta battle me and Joey the same day.
You say like P Money and Ratchet, yeah?
Yeah, you gotta do it like that.
Yeah, but you had different motivations on the day. You had the bet with who did you have the bet with? P Money.
I bet with or was it Ratchet? I don't know. It was one of them. Ratchet or
Gambello to put some money down and it's fair game. I think that evens it up.
Cool.
But let's assume the stars align at one point. Danny said he wants to come over. Danny has a huge fan base over here in the UK. I don't know if you feel the love that you get from over here.
I definitely do. And that's why it's so important that I get over there. So I'm definitely coming. I'm coming over there. Don't worry about it.
Well, would you think about a potential battle with God?
Is that, do I need to be asked if that's it's Danny Myers? Like, come on, man. Doing it, and obviously the biggest test that you can get in battle rap for me is like people of Danny Myers' class and his level. And there's only a few that I would even put in the same bracket as Danny Myers, and I'd probably still edge Danny a bit ahead of them, more well-rounded. So yeah, that would be cool. That's what right there.
That's awesome. I appreciate the love, man. I'm ready to go out there and put on the show.
Danny Ducks.
I'm about to watch this battle.
I'll send you some UK links.
Send it.
One of my comments or one of my questions would be, how familiar are you with the scene currently in the UK? It's been quiet for a little while.
For me, I've always kind of I was looking at soul for a long time, You know, I thought he was so just phenomenal as a writer. That was like my target. Like that been my target. You know, I'm not. Is Shocks the Rebel? Hold on, is Shocks from over that way?
Yeah.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be wrong. So that's another one that they wanted me to come out there and do that one as
I think
well.
I remember that. I think I remember them trying to set up that one though.
Yeah. Me and Shocks. Let me think. Let me think. Let me see who's like my favorite guys over there. What happened to Dialect?
Dialect he's making music. I don't know if he's
Velvet. Look at my dog. Look at my dog. I don't know what she's clicking on.
He's got he's more making music as an artist now, to be honest.
Okay.
So
okay.
I think will make Dialect come back outside, I think.
Yeah. If you have Danny Myers kind of be asking for you, you might be a bit different.
Okay. Who is the best in the UK? Who's the best battle rapper in the UK as of today?
As of today,
give me the top three.
I would say top three for me personally has got to be in no particular order, but we must start with the Shotty Horror. I'm surprised you haven't mentioned Shotty just yet. You're gonna
is he what's the name of the league he's doing?
Premier Battles.
Yeah, you know, he reached out like 2 years ago for me to go out there and battle him.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm telling you, I've been trying to get over there for the last I'll say 5 years. And it's just been the league owners and the just lack of contact.
We had the pandemic has shut down with a real
I know the pandemic messed up a lot of things.
It really did a lot of progress over here. We were already kind of trying to rebuild the scene. There was it dropped down from the massive heights that it was at one point, and people were really starting back up leagues, getting to it again, and then the pandemic squashed everything over here. So
I know
a heating back up again. Like it's smoky out here. So he just had his comeback battle after his last battle was Jones Ramadan. He just came back against Tally in a league versus league situation. Crazy performance. So he's back outside and he remains up there.
So you said Shotty was number one?
Yeah. I said in no particular order, but I have to mention Shotty first because he's the legend that is Shotty Horror.
Absolutely. Like, okay, I would agree. Okay, I would agree.
Tony D, again, legend, GOAT. He's back outside and he is dangerous as hell. I'm hearing that he's sitting on 3 rounds kind of weeks before a battle, which is unheard of. Tony D is in a unprecedented state right now and churning out performances that a man of he's got no business doing though, I guess, but he's Tony D, like he's so and then the other third person who I think is the most dangerous person right now in our scene over here, the biggest threat, who is sitting right next to me. When you see his material, so
wait, Rivers is like that.
Oh, he's like that, Danny. Like,
I'm just being humble. Like
I'm trying to draw things out.
No. You're all right. Now talk this shit. Talk that. Forget the humility. Forget the humility, man. Talk that shit, man.
No, but
no need for humility when you got the ability. You feel me? Talk to him.
I'm taking that one.
There you go. There we go. There you go.
But for real, for me, it's like I want to show and prove. I grew up watching that era of hip hop. Show and prove. You don't need to be telling us what you can do if you can go out there and do it. So with the battle, that's really what it was meant to be. I wanted to go out there and prove the levels and prove everything based on what I've already done the last year, showing them that I can go up from here. But I haven't had the chance to yet, innit? So I don't really want to.
Where are you from?
I just want to get in the ring and
show. Where are you from?
Where am I from? South London.
South London.
South London, yeah.
So is there like there's an east, west, north, south?
Yeah, it's technical.
And central.
Central is
really
central.
And central.
Yeah, but that central is shopping. Nobody really lives there.
I used to live in central London. I have,
Used to, but you never came up from there. You went there for a little bit, then you left.
No, I had a bachelorette pad there for a couple of years.
All right, where did you grow up though?
East London.
East.
I'm a Hackney girl.
She's from east, south.
Okay.
Central is for the oligarchs and the sheiks. Like, that's where Central London is for, really. Anyway, you don't need. You could watch Top. Do some more.
I know, right? Yeah, definitely. I'm so excited to come over there, man. Oh my god, I want to like the culture, the music, the food, just everything. Like I don't know, I want to learn so much about London.
But we've got great other people's cuisines. Like we cook other people's food real good. So,
for real?
I mean, we got.
What's y'all restaurant? What's y'all fast food restaurant? And not a chain place.
Okay, Danny. Once you've had fish and chips and a great English roast,
okay,
pretty much had the best of English cooking. Thai is not like in terms of standout dishes. Those are the ones. Everything else. There's great other people's food. We are colonizers. Like we do that really well. We take other people's stuff and cook it out really well. So
colonizers.
Sort of food that you guys do.
Yeah, fast food, junk food. But then it's just a lot of different kind of nationalities.
Hold on. Pause it. Let my man Tank make a cameo real quick.
It's Mr. Demon.
Like the demon himself.
Oh, yeah, he just want to say what up to the people in the UK. Take the demon. Shout out UK.
Good morning. Good morning.
I don't know if y'all can hear him because I got the earphones in, but he says,
yeah, I can hear you. I just want to say shout out for the support, man. Battle Rap for Life. Good looking out,
man. A quick Take the Demon cameo.
Yeah, quick. And they said you have no chemistry as a 2-on-2 team, or you shouldn't be a 2-on-2 team because where on earth did that come from?
I'm not gonna lie.
Just casually chilling
after
around.
Our performance, right?
2-on-2 performance, especially. I'm not gonna lie, Danny. You know I'm a fan, but Tink's performance in that 2-on-2 was different. He tapped some other shit in that.
He had a lot to prove, and he after he did his little stint. He wanted to come home and just remind people of who he is, or for the people that were not familiar with him, it was like a reintroduction to his skill set. So, Tink shined like a bright star that night on that stage against the homeboys Ace Amin and Swamp. So, but I just wanted him to say what up to all y'all out there that's watching.
That was dope, and it was a dope battle. If you haven't seen that 2-on-2, go and check it out. Tink really was. Like I said, from another dimension.
Yeah, he was MVP in that game.
He's like you said, he came.
MVP for sure.
Top marks. He stole the show. He stole the show. When you've got
right, absolutely appreciate that too.
So many to be the standout on that card is super dope. So shout out to you both for pulling that off. Free Ace as well. Free Ace. You and Ace.
I mean too.
You and Ace had
free twerk.
Yeah, shout of course, free twerk.
Yeah.
You and Ace also had. We're going to get to kind of the other questions in a minute. I think this will be the last one. But your battle with Ace Amin on Civil War? No, what was the LA?
That was Traffic. Was that Traffic?
Yeah, it was Traffic, wasn't it? It was in LA.
Traffic 4 in Oakland.
Yes, Oakland. To me,
that was a great battle.
That was a crazy battle in terms of sort of technical ability.
Just the rapping. Thank you.
It's like an exhibition match.
That man Ace Amin is amazing. I think the culture is missing his presence. You know what I'm saying? As far as just being online, as far as being on Champion, as far as being at the events, rapping. He's just, he's a good dude to have around. And yeah, I think he definitely showed off his lyrical ability to the highest degree versus me at that battle. So that's one of my favorite battles I ever did. So shout out to Ace.
Yeah, that's fire. Shout out to both of you. Shout out to you for having so many insane performances that can stand as, stand out, standalones, replay value on every league against every type of opponent.
I feel like he's got one of the craziest highlight reels. Like your highlight reel is on some other shit. You know what I mean? Because there's so many moments of different types of ways of doing things can be put together. He could have a highlight reel of funny shit, or a highlight reel of scientific shit, or a highlight reel of hood shit, or a highlight reel.
Right. From like just from Spit That Heat to AHAT to let me see, URL King of the Dot,
LA Battlegrounds.
LA Battlegrounds. It's kind of like every league that you could think of. Get to the Garden. Me and Kane was crazy. Me and Prestavia was crazy. Shout out to Drake Dennis. And whatever league that I haven't touched, and that's why I be saying it's so important that I definitely get the UK experience before I hang the mic up. I just feel like it would be an incomplete chapter, incomplete chapter, and I can't have that. Like I gotta go to the UK and battle and put on a crazy show. So that's definitely on the bucket list, the battle rap bucket list.
Once you come, I'm just warning you, once you come, you will want to come again. You will want to come back. We've got so much talent. Like once you start tapping in and becoming familiar, you'll be like, hold on, you mean there's a whole stomping ground over there?
I'm staying out here. Fuck it, I'm just gonna move out here.
This is it. There's battlers over there that I haven't killed yet. Like this is a whole new potential graveyard.
That's what I'm saying. Like for when I do come over there, it's got to be for the best guys that they got. So if it's gonna be Rivers, it's gonna be me, like me and Shotty Horror. Or me,
you know what the thing is, Danny? She gave you three, but there is a lot more.
I'm not gonna battle all of them. So I mean, I'm not. You listen, I battle a lot, right? I probably damn near 100 something battles right now. I'm actually like closer to 200 if you count all the battles. But yeah, man, it's like I'm not gonna battle. I'm not gonna battle the whole United Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that, but I will give y'all a couple classes for sure.
Sure, it makes sense for the bar god to come out and
yeah.
For someone like yourself who, you battle so prolifically, and in terms of potential opponents in the US, you're running through them so fast. You've got that base is dwindling. I'm just letting you know.
I know. That's why.
Fresh pool to come and,
fresh pool, right.
There's a fresh talent pool here available. I mentioned my top 3, but there are others. So, keep it in mind.
Keep that in mind, yeah.
So definitely you want to come to the UK. That is going to happen. We've all manifested it. That will happen. GTX.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Lush One Disaster, Bree, Julio, the whole staff over there. Shout out to all of them. It's amazing what they got going on. And you're probably going to ask me, Danny, when are you going to go to GTX?
I kind of, but like my spidey senses are making the way you answered that and kind of played it down lets me think my opinion that there is a GTX announcement coming. That's just my opinion. Danny didn't say anything like
we working on it. As it's crazy that you even brought that up, because that's we're working on it now. We're just working out a couple things. So who knows? Might get an announcement soon.
Okay, cannot wait. And also one more battle that I want to bring up. You've got J400 next month. I saw an announcement for that. One of the things that dope battle, one of the things that really interested me, I saw World Star on the flyer. What's that about? Are they just sponsoring? Is that something?
I think they got some type of partnership with World Star, so I think the battle itself might just, it's going to be on like the front page of World Star or something like that. I'm not sure of the details of that. So J400 can answer that. But the thing about it, what made it dope is that it's going to be in the park. Like, we're doing it in the park, and everybody's free to come. It's going to be, the whole Newark, New Jersey come out. Skip to Honolulu. Well, one of those famous basketball players is talking about pulling up, so it's gonna be few celebrities out at the park. And, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be wild.
Around the local area of Newark and New Jersey, or if
or if you're just
pull up, that's it.
Listen, if you guys are just at the park and you're pushing your daughter on a swing, and you see a whole group of people and there's two guys yelling at each other, trust me, it's not a fight. There's no fight going on. No police get involved. This is going to be just some dope raps. So just bring your little baby over and come listen to a couple cuss words. Fun family entertainment, right?
That's it.
Right.
Okay. So now I'm kind of going to pick from your collective wealth of knowledge, your extensive battle rap IQs, and like I say, I'm just trying to create something. I'm going to chop this up at some point. These segments of London Bridge will be chopped up, condensed, mixed up, and turned into something. So I kind of really want to. Shouldn't have said all of that. I talk too much sometimes.
You can edit it out.
I can, but we're live, so
You can't.
And now I've just made a big deal of it. Just dig myself out of
the hole.
Well, she said the special place of battle rap hell awaits. Nah, I'm just fucking with you.
Right. So, first question I would ask you both: if I'm a rapper, I've been writing, I've got the dynamics, I've got the fundamentals, I know what I'm doing over there. To transition, what do I need to know before I can transition into battling? So I'll ask you first. Put you on the spot, though.
So you rap and you need to understand something about going into the battle rap. I think, in my opinion, the first thing you need to know is however you have spat before on a track or around your friends, this isn't the same. This is a whole different type of rapping. I feel like when you're around your friends, you've got a drink and it's diluted a little bit. There's a little bit of juice, there's water. When you're doing battle rap, there's no water in it. It's just juice all the way. So basically, everything you've got is like whatever bar you thought was crazy, if it doesn't apply to the guy you're talking to, it's irrelevant, and it will sound irrelevant when you go up there. That's what I would say. Yeah. Anybody with that skill going into it, to be honest.
Yeah. And like I was gonna say, one of the things that you're gonna need first is like I said, is composure. Jen, if you can imagine somebody in your face, yelling to the top of their lung, bumping you, touching you.
Yeah. She's already quit.
Yeah, so it's like, so now you have to keep your cool, keep your emotions in check, because like battle rap, even though it's not physical, it's mental, and that actually triggers the mental. You have to have a strong mind to be a battle rapper, because
that's fact.
You gotta listen to maybe some crazy personals, or even if they're not getting personal, it's just the level of aggression. Some people be like, yo, I can't work at their job, or I can't go to the military because I can't have nobody all in my face yelling, barking orders on me, and I just can't deal with that. Like, my anxiety, I'll be punching people. Like, so if you're one of those type of people, then battle rap definitely isn't the place for you. So
maybe some therapy.
Composure is the first thing you gotta have.
Yeah, I like that. That's a dope selection of answers. What about if I'm a fan? I'm not a rapper. I've never rapped. I've never written a bar, never rapped to a beat, never dropped a freestyle, never, you know, done any kind of sparring industry, nothing. But I love it, and I think I've got something. What would you, starting with you, Danny, what would you advise me? How do I begin to transition into, what do I need to do before I try out?
Oh wow. Oh wow. Wow. That's great. That's a great question. First, you need to know how to rap. That's number one. You gotta learn how to rap first. You can't be like you can't. You got people that are battlers, and then you have battle rappers.
Oh my God! When I asked Rivers this question, do you remember, Rivers? I think my first interview that I did with Rivers, I asked him some questions kind of similar to this.
I said the same
and
thing.
He said exactly the same thing in those words. There's a big difference between battlers and battle rappers.
Battle rappers, right. So first you want to learn how to rap, and that's by listening to hip hop, listening to rap. Listen to rap. Who's your favorite rapper? Which style of rap or which rapper do you connect with the most? You know, because there's so many different forms of hip hop. You know, you'll have the West Coast music. You'll have the Nas and Jay-Z. You'll have Scarface down in the South. You'll have the people in Atlanta and a new wave of rappers. So whichever one connects you the most, I think that's a good base from where you can kind of like base your style. Because I'm gonna tell you something. We all got our style from somebody. You know, like you was influenced by somebody. Nobody just woke up and just was like on a rapper.
It was impossible.
It's impossible. So find your favorite rapper, figure out who that is, and build your style based around that. You know what I mean? So
I would even add to that and say, try to appreciate the range of rappers, because you might have a favorite, but then there's other guys that can do fire things. They might not be your guy, but figure out their mechanics, and then maybe you can be inspired by your favorite as well as other things in the game, basically, innit? So,
and that's what I did. That's what I did. And so after that, you want to do the homework. You want to do the history. You never want to just jump into anything. I think you always should do your homework and learn as much as you can about whatever it is you're trying to get into. So like who were the first battle rappers? Why do people battle rap? Like what were some of the most legendary battles? What do I need to know about these things?
So basically you're saying they need to go back to the scriptures and read the book of Scribble Jam and the book of
I would think so. I would think they should just kind of, you don't have to like watch every single battle that ever happened in the history of battle rap. Nobody has time for that. But I think you should at least kind of like look at what the forefathers of this scene did. And maybe you might learn something. Like, why not learn from the people that kind of started this shit? Like, it's okay to go watch Serious Jones battles and watch Murder Mook battles and watch Illmac and Thesaurus and Disaster and just kind of learn from these guys. And, it's just always good to have that knowledge of the history of whatever you're trying to do.
That's like build a foundation. I like that.
A foundation of understanding, basically.
Yeah. I've got a couple more questions. Rivers, I've done that. I've come in how I've come in. I'm working on my craft. Might have had a few tryouts. How do I develop a unique style? How do I work on? Do I need to be conscious about having a unique selling point? And what do I do about separating myself from the rest?
This is one of the things that I had a conversation with Shotty, and he said this to me. He said the smartest thing you ever did, Rivers, is keep them shades on and keep the hoodie on, because as long as you're always the person who, so like when we talk about Danny Myers, the guy who has a whole bunch of energy and crazy bars, like if there's a thing that goes after that, the person who, then that becomes your selling point. That becomes the thing that you keep and you work on, and then now that's what you're kind of known as, isn't it? So I think once you're aware of what your individual style is, you just kind of accentuate it a little bit, you know what I mean? And try to be you more than anybody else, kind of thing. Like we could all wear like we're saying with the bars, we can all have the same bars, we can all wear the same hoodie, but as long as you do it in your way and maintain that, and you kind of force that to be how people see you, then slowly but surely it will become your lane that you're in, and you'll find other ways to still maintain your style but evolve your style. You know what I mean? That's what you're looking for. You don't want to follow what someone's doing. You want to make what you do better. You know what I mean? So I think if you're working that way, you can kind of maintain a unique presence in that
way. He's 100% correct. You got like what separates you from the other 100,000 battle rappers? Why do I want to watch your battle out of everybody else's?
Yeah.
You know, like what is it? And so yeah, you do need that thing that kind of separates you. And like even with myself, like I didn't come in the game sounding like nobody. You know,
No.
And it was kind of like a gift and a curse because at first people just didn't know how to take to me. You know, he was this guy yelling with all this energy and his bars and.
Hey, Danny, I think in the early days, do you know one person that I used to hear you compared to a little bit, just a little bit? Remember Iron Sheik?
I know, right?
Iron Sheik, bro. I used to say Danny Myers is a little Iron Sheik, but I used to always feel like you had more depth than Iron Sheik. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've definitely heard that as well. You know, but as far as like, I never like watched Arsenal battles and say, oh, I want to be like him. I want to come in sounding like him, or I want to sound like Martin Move, or I want to sound like JC. I want to sound like Chilla Jones. Like, I just kind of had my own thing, you know, just my West Coast style, but also a student of East Coast lyricism. So just kind of blended both of those worlds, and that's kind of where you get Danny from. That makes it Danny Myers, or like, you know, listening to, you know, Raz Kaz and Redman, Tino Excel, and, you know, just kind of blending those styles, like, then you get Danny Myers.
That's a melting pot right there. Okay, penultimate question. So, trying out, working on my USP, people are recognizing me, separating me from the crowd. Now, what do I do to become a draw? How do I become that battler that leagues want to work with, fans want to see, and other battlers want to battle? What do I need to do, starting with you, Danny, to become that draw?
Well, of course, like he said, if you got a selling point, whether it's your flashy outfit, whether it's a catchphrase, whether it's a slogan, whether it's some type of special move you got, something that they're gonna remember you by. That's first of all. You need some type of personality. You need like a personality. You know what I mean? And so consistency. It's just being true to the art. Because I think at the end of the day, you don't want to be known as the gimmick or, oh, you know, such and such, you know, I like the gimmick, but he really don't got bars, or she really don't got bars. You know, I don't respect it. I don't respect her as an MC, but I remember her because she wears these flashy colors. Like, so no, you gotta have an actual love for the craft itself, and I think that just comes across as genuine when somebody's watching. I remember her because she had crazy bars, and I understand that she's a student. I can hear it, that she has a real hunger, real passion for it. I want to see that person again. Let's call her. Let's call her and book. Let's bring her back. Let's bring her back.
Yeah, that's a fair answer.
You need the real skill. You need skills. You need skills. Can't just be all gimmick.
Yeah, literally. Like the skills make the gimmicks not as much of a gimmick no more. It's just like dressing now. It's just adornment. But really and truly, the skills is what we're here for. You know what I mean? It just looks
at the end of the day, we really just want to hear some dope shit. That's really what you need. I mean, that's what I kind of based my whole career on. You know, I never really based myself on being the flashiest guy or the most outlandish person or the biggest personality. I just really based myself in being just the best. Like, yo, you can be that. You can be the most viewed. You can be the most popular. You can be the loudest mouth in the room. I don't really care about none of that. I'm just the best battler, period. That was my whole. That was my gimmick. My gimmick was being the best. So that's kind of like that. That was me. I'm not saying that works for everybody, but I think, like Rivers just said, you still need skill.
And let me just operate some semantics and say, rather than gimmick, if we use the word trademark, I think we know the difference between trademarks and calling cards and gimmicks. When you've got a gimmick, that's it. Like, it expires, it goes out fast. We see it once, twice, and it's like, okay, what next? When you've got a trademark calling card, it goes along. You know that it doesn't define you.
Longevity, longevity.
Identify you, So go on.
I was gonna say like Mike Tyson. You know, we know what he's known for, kind of thing. It's not so much a gimmick; it's just what he does, isn't it? So I think similar, like what Danny was saying, was like, I'm gonna be known for being the best at this shit. You understand? Whatever else you want to say is cool, but I'm the best at this shit. You say that first. So I think that is probably that's the best trademark you can have. Like being a top. To add to what he's saying, being top at your craft is what gets you that look, what makes you a draw. Because what happens is, you outlast all the people that aren't willing to put the work in that you put in. When you start, there's a bunch of people around you. When you get down there, you know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of other people, but it's your ethic that keeps you at that place where you go to the top and people want to see you in it. They can go back through history and be like, he's always been fucking fire.
Yeah.
We stand by him. You know, they look at your brand at your McDonald's now. We can guarantee quality with this guy now. You know what I mean? So that's how I see it.
No, Rivers knows exactly what he's talking about. He knows exactly what he's talking about. That's 100% facts. You know, it's like the longevity. You know, because even with me, you know, just when I came in with the 2013 PG class on URL, and it was Ty Law and, you know, Schemes, J. Real, KG the Poet, Snow, and just so many others. And it's like he said, when you look around, it's like a lot of us came in, and it's only like a few of us still here.
Only the strong survive, bro. Only the strong survive.
Survival of the fittest.
That's all facts.
One more thing from both of you, and this is just, I want a gem, and it doesn't have to be a piece of advice, doesn't have to be battle rap related, that helps you, something you do, a practice that you have, something someone else told you, just something that you would pass on to an up-and-coming battle rapper that might help them in their career.
I've always said, just keep writing. That's it. Keep writing. Practice. Just keep writing. Get better than what the last thing you wrote. That's it. Keep writing. That's it, man.
Sometimes we look for all these, you know, give me the keys, give me the jewels, give me that secret. And it's like, there isn't much of a secret. I just work damn hard. I don't stop. That's it. So I think that's great gem. Great gem. Sometimes you want, give me the answer from the magical loft. Rivers?
One thing that always stuck with me was, I was told when I was young, whatever you do, make sure you're the best at it. Doesn't matter. You could have been a dustbin man. You know, you could dustbin the guy that takes the trash out, Danny, in case you could translation.
Yeah.
You can be any job as long as you are the best at that job. You're always gonna strive to put in more work than the other man. You're just gonna strive to understand it more than the other man. So if you've got that kind of mentality, then you should be fine. Literally stick with that, and you should be fine.
That's it. Hard work. That's the real secret. It's like there's no shortcut or secret to success other than hard work.
The thing that we had? The quickest way to any destination.
No, the longest way to any destination is by taking the shortcut.
No.
That's a bar.
Taking the long way.
Oh, I say it the other way.
Say it the other way.
I say the other way.
All right. Well, we'll Google it. We'll get it right, but it's something.
No, that's fire. No, that's real. No, that's so real.
So basically, there's no shortcuts ever.
Yeah, that's it. There ain't no shortcuts. Just work. You gotta work. And you know, I think just like you said, in general, like what makes your job keep you around? No matter what job you do, if you take out garbage, if you clean windows, if you just open and close out a retail store, why do they keep you around? There's so many other people applying for that same job. Why do we need you?
Because you're going the extra
Why?
mile.
Because you know, like you're putting in the work, you know, and you're reliable. There's no reason for them to get rid of you. So, shit.
Salute.
I wouldn't want nobody to like try to cheat themselves, especially in this battle rap culture, because you're gonna pay for it dearly. You know, when you cheat the game is gonna get you back. You're gonna pay. You know,
there's no
bro.
Separation is in the preparation. You know, even like there's times that I wasn't fully prepared for a battle, and I had to deal with like me versus Real Sick, me versus Passwords, me versus Frat. You know, it's like when you're not saying I cheated the game, but I wasn't ready. And when you're not ready, look at the result. Look what's going to happen.
Sometimes it's about
it's going to happen to you. Don't act like it's not. Don't act like you're too good for you to get killed out here. No, you're going to die,
bro. This is what I tell everybody. I feel like
you're going to die.
A lot of battle rappers, they still have this kind of Mayweather mentality where they think that they're gonna go through their career and be able to talk their way out of all the losses. And taking losses is this shit. You've got to lose. You have to lose. It's part of it. You know what I mean? At some point, you have to take an L. It's what you're doing after that. You know what I mean? Maybe you was where you got comfortable. You had to take an L to realize, no, I was too comfortable there. I need to break out that comfort zone and be on some other shit. So literally, necessary.
Those are life gems, and I think that just applies to anything in life.
Literally.
You know, that doesn't just apply to battle rapping. You know, you just need to be working hard and constantly prepared for everything. Because when you're not prepared, man, you'll understand. You know, it's gonna take. You might learn the first time, but you should learn the first time, or it might take you a couple times to learn, but eventually you'll get tired of getting your ass kicked in life. You'll get tired of it, or just be a failure. You gotta learn from losses, man.
I think on that note, I can wrap things up.
Wait. Because I had a question I wanted to ask them guys.
Of course. I was going to say.
I'm like a battle rap historian. So what I really wanted to ask you, Danny, is what happened to West Coast Dread?
Jesus Christ, man! I gotta call him today. Jesus Christ! I'm glad you mentioned him. First of all, thank you for even mentioning Dread. He was like, you know, this guy was such a monster. This guy was such a beast. And in fact, I credit him for me being as tough as I am in battle rap. Like, and when I say tough, I mean there's nothing you can say to mentally break me. You're not gonna spit around that's so crazy that in my mind I'm saying, oh, I can't do nothing with this round. It was because of the pressure Dread put me under that ultimately created a monster. Like you can't do. There's nothing nobody can do with me in terms of you're gonna bark on me. I listen. I've been in front of Pat Stay. I've been to some of these huge battle rappers, and I never in the battle looked like I was getting summed or I'm getting punked or I was afraid or I was backing down. You know, I'm the guy I don't care that you're bigger than me. You watch me versus Disaster, you'll see Disaster say, yo, man, back up. Give me some space.
Chill out, Daddy.
Yeah, so I'm like, and I think it was because of Dread. And to answer your question, Dread wound up getting a very good job that paid a whole lot of money. And he took that job, and it was like one of those type of jobs where you don't have time really for nothing else but the job. So it's like you can try your path down this career with battle rap, or you could take this job that's paying 6+ figures. And he took the job. And you know, having a family and a wife and all that, it was the smartest fucking thing he could ever done. But I got hope that he's coming back to the scene, man. And in fact, listen, I was his last battle, and he was scheduled. He was booked to battle Matt Hoffa the very next month, right after me. And I was like, yo, that's gonna be the battle that really blows you up.
Yeah.
And he took the job, and the battle got canceled. He never battled again, but he's coming back. And if you talk about bullies, and listen, I don't want to just act like he's just like this monstrous murderer or nothing like that, but there's nothing none of these other bully rappers have on Dre. He's really from South Central LA, and he's highly skilled with the pen. So when you combine authenticity with crazy lyricism, it's like it's a package for the head.
I feel like like what Geechee does now when he really talks to people. I feel like Dread had that in a different way.
Dread was doing that. Dread was the one.
That battle with him and Clutch was I've never seen someone talk to a child like this ever.
Yo,
that was crazy.
You don't want to stand in front of West Coast Dread. Like his name Dread, it's like it fits him. Wow. I mean, Dread. Like you're gonna dread this moment. Like that name, he really lived up to that freaking name, bro. And thank you, man.
I would have loved to have seen him bigger, man. I was a fan.
Absolutely.
I watched the Danny Myers, and when you got to battling him, I said, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And then I've had to go back and watch all the others, and I've seen some online battles that he's had and all.
Well, yes, exactly. And yes, man, he's so amazing, man. And I'm gonna get him to come back. I'm gonna be having that conversation with him today, so I'm so glad you brought him up.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Rivers, man. Thank you, Jen.
UK kind of asking, yo.
I'm coming. Don't I'm on the way. Y'all gonna see Danny versus Shotty. Y'all gonna see Danny versus Rivers. Y'all gonna see Danny versus maybe Soul, maybe Bizzle Bomb.
Over here with you, man. We got some people for Dread too, man. You know what I mean? A little play. Obviously, he's gonna win, but
Oh shit. Yo, you know what? I would like to see my man Romney come over there as well.
Oh yeah.
Do y'all got somebody for B-Dot?
Yeah.
Look, y'all got somebody for GT?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. There's a few people.
Oh, word? Okay. Y'all got somebody for Romney though?
Yeah.
So are you saying you're just saying?
Can
you accommodate EFB?
Oh, so we're doing the EFB. Okay, I see what's happening here. Real name Brandon?
Nah, why not bring the squad over, man? Why not bring the squad over? Like, I just want to see the matchups. If you guys could, I would like.
Sorry, I think at one point KP was talking to Riot was talking to Premier Battles about potentially setting something up. I don't know how far that went along the plans, but that could be, a crazy card.
Do me a favor, both of you two can collaborate, put together a list of let's say 5 EFB members versus 5 of the UK's. Got people that you would match them up with, and you guys can inbox that to me.
Okay.
And then we'll look into the plausibility of, is this feasible? Can we get this done? So we'll figure that out. But just send me a list.
I'll do that, and I'll send you some links as well. My list will come.
Thank you.
Will come with references, and if you're watching, drop your suggestions in the comments. I'm going to ask online as well. So give me your feedback. But yeah, Danny, you've been so generous with your time today. Thank you, and with your knowledge. Just with.
It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to kick it with you, and nice meeting you, Rivers. I'm pretty sure they done hit you with all the Rivers bars that you could have thought of. Like they hit you with all the Rivers bars, right?
Yeah. Do you know what? Then it gets to the point now where when I go into a battle, I flip Rivers myself now. There's no point of not doing it. You know what I mean?
That's fire.
Might as well.
What was the best Rivers bar ever said to you?
I was battling I think I battled a girl, and she said something about she's gonna sun Rivers, and this is gonna be a water birth. She wasn't even a battler; she was a poet, and she just quickly put that together in it. And
oh shit, you got 30. She fucked you up right there, boy. No, I was just playing. Oh shit, no, that's fire. No, that was fire. But yeah, absolutely. Again, thank you. It was an honor to be the first person on here, despite a little technical difficulties. But she know how to clean this shit up. She know how to fix this shit.
Come on. Nah, salute to you, bro, man. Your wisdom was very much appreciated today, also, man. It was great chopping it up.
Y'all stay tuned and look out for me versus Rum Nitty dropping soon, and maybe some announcement. Who knows?
Well, you've already told us we've got Danny Myers versus Eminem coming on GTX.
Right.
Danny on Gnome. So
right. Thank you for the leak. Thank you for the
leak. You've done enough. But yeah, no, definitely. As soon as that Rum Nitty rematch drops, go and check that out. I'm sure everybody will. In fact, maybe tag URL and let them know you're waiting for it. We want this battle, you know.
Tag them right now. So maybe they can drop it tomorrow morning. So just drop. Tag them right now.
That would be fine. And can't wait to see, you know, what you do for the rest of the year. I didn't even. Well, I'll save that. At some point later down the year, we'll have to come back and have an end of year conversation. I won't even use the word until then.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We'll be talking about my champion of the year win.
This is what I'm saying. So I know that opens up a whole other can of worms. So I want to save that for another show because that's a whole in-depth conversation. And yeah, I've got something else coming that I know you would be so fire on. So I'll keep you in mind for that. Hopefully more of your time. But yeah, thank you so much, Danny. Thank you, Rivers.
Come on, man. You already know.
Thank you, Rivers.
Thank you, everyone.
I big up Tint the Demon for us as well. Salute him for his camera.
Shout out to Tint. Absolutely.
Come on, it's fire. Yeah, no,
he's fire in it. I used it. He's fire in it. I got it. I'm gonna practice. All right. I'll see y'all in London soon.
All right. Much love, Danny. Oh, that was so dope.
Danny's got a wealth of shit to share.
He really does. And he really does.
And then some of the simple things he said as well.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just keep writing, bro.
Yeah. That's it. There's no magical fix or cure. But yeah, that was so this is kind of, you know, this was a great, sometimes I'm smart sometimes. I knew what I kind of wanted to achieve, and I thought two of the people who first came to mind who could exemplify that feel for me was Rivers and Danny Myers, and it worked out even better than I thought. Technical difficulties and poor notes notwithstanding. So I'm really pleased with how the first episode of London's Bridge went.
Let us know how you thought it was, man, in the comments. Jump down there, tell us if you thought it was fire, who you want to see on here next. Let us know.
This is it. There are issues with JC. If we're talking about JC coming over, we were talking about a potential Riot and Premier battles. There are issues with JC. When you're talking about R&B versus someone who's got less battles than I have fingers, I think we're talking a bit out of depth. But I respect
also, I would have given that person someone different than R&B, if I'm honest with you. You know, but again, I suppose you're just going through who's in EFB. But,
yeah, no, it was a dope chat. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and showing your support. Being patient. They were like, I tuned in after the technical. My screen finally opened up after countless restarts, crashing, restarting the computer, the modem or whatever the thing is called in the kitchen. And I opened it up, and there was just this barrage of comments, and it was like, "Oh,
everyone's
no,
there waiting.
Great!"
You know, like when you're at the show and the curtains close, and everyone's out there just talking, and get the show going, homie.
Yeah, if you are not subscribed already, definitely subscribe. More of these will be coming. I think I'm going to be moving them. They should have been on Caffeine. Although I'll still have some live content coming to YouTube. Want to keep that channel open because it's always dope to chop it up over here. But if you're not following already, follow over on Caffeine. Sunday Roast coming soon.
This weekend.
Sunday Roast coming this weekend. New setup coming soon as well. Look for some new things coming, which means I guess more tech problems. But you know, this is what happens when you're trying to do new things and growing and building. So yeah, let me know as well. Who do you want to see on the next London's Bridge? Who do you want to see?
Because it has to be someone from UK and someone from over there. You know what I'm saying? I might not be back here. This might be a once in a lifetime situation.
It won't be once in a lifetime.
All right, it won't be once. But yeah. I'm not going to be here all the time.
So this is it. You know, we want to kind of have that free-flowing conversation and really just kind of breaking down some gems and borders and barriers. And I'm dead. I can't be bothered to talk anymore. I've literally reached the end of my limit. There's like a drop in the bottle. So I'm gonna.
She's got 3 words of vocabulary left to use. To be honest,
it's been fun.
Perfect.
Please end.
You know what I'm saying?